Hello everyone and welcome to the Blue Blouse channel. If you're new here, I welcome you, and if you're old, I welcome you same way, because without you my YouTube door would be closed. In today's video, we're going to be talking about growing out your hair with braids consecutively. Alright, when I say consecutively, I mean for the entire year. So just to clarify, I basically do one set of braids, then I take a 1 to 2 week break, then I do another set of braids, and I'm basically doing that 5 times for the year, 4 to 5 times for the year, sometimes a 6, but most likely it will end on number 5 because I'm usually bored at 2 months anyway. So when I braid my hair every 2 months, I take a week or two, rest the hair, go straight back into it, and I do that for an entire year. I'm going to share my experience doing it. This is something that I have done at least 2 times, and my sibling has done it 3 times or more. The first thing that I do when I know that I'm going to braid my hair consecutively for at least 8 to 12 months is I actually choose hair that has some amount of texture. Alright, and I choose to braid my hair just over the length of my hair. So for example, if I'm going to braid my hair every 3 months for the year, I will not be choosing braids that are to my waist or to my butt. No, that is too heavy for my hair. So the aim is to grow short hair longer. So every time I do it, I actually do it a little bit over the length of my hair. So I just took out some Afro bulk hair out of my hair on the weekend that I kept for 6 weeks. So the length was probably about down to here. All right, and I know that my hair grows because every time I braid my hair, the length that I used the previous 12 weeks before is too short and I have to extend it. So I know it works. Yes, so as I was saying, the first thing I do is pick the appropriate length, which is 1 to 2 inches over my hair, and I choose something textured. I don't choose something textured because of my hair texture itself, but I choose something textured because it holds better. For example, I am not going to choose passion twist hair to keep in my hair past 4 weeks. That's not it. No, I'm not going to choose passion twist hair because number one, my hair is going to be fuzzy and out of that. You know what I mean? But if I have something textured, it will hold my hair a little bit better. So that's the first thing I do. Braid it short, braid it with something that I know is going to last me more than 4 weeks. And what is also important when I'm braiding my hair, I choose an appropriate size to do it. I don't do it too fine that it's going to take me forever to pull out. And I don't do it too big so that my hair doesn't get fuzzy fast or frizzy fast. You know what I mean? So the braid that I just pulled out, it was about yay big. So about an inch and a half thereabout. So you don't want it to be too fine where it's going to frustrate you when it's time to take it down, and you don't want it to be too big where you have issues with your hair being exposed out of the shaft of the braid, and you don't want it too big because who likes to keep styles that are big and boxy for longer than 3 weeks? It don't look good after a while. It's going to look dry up and matted. So size is also important. Not too big and not too small. So let's talk maintenance. Alright, so I normally keep my hair anywhere from 8 to 12 weeks, which is 2 to 3 months. And if I'm bored, I might pull out my hair about week 6 or week 7. But I usually keep my hair for 2 months. Alright, so let me tell you what I do during those 2 months. What I do, I make sure that my hair is moisturized, 1, and number 2, my hair is not strained. Let me cover the moisturized part first. I make sure that I moisturize my hair once a week. That's it. I'm not overdoing it. As soon as I know that I have work on Monday morning, I'm moisturizing Sunday, and it lasts me for the entire week. And I usually use something like this. This is the Zimmy leave-in conditioner. I use something a little more on the watery side. This is actually a cream moisturizer. So I use something like that that can move between the braids and I know will actually stay locked in. I don't bother with the whole heap of oil and whatnot. You understand me? I might use oil sheen to give the braids a little shine because nobody wants dry looking hair, and that's about it for the moisture routine. That's it. I am not getting up and moisturizing and sealing and spraying with a bunch of stuff. You know, I just get one liquid, put in my hair. It lasts me for the entire week. If I moisturize on Sunday, by Wednesday come, the water part of the creamy moisturizer has evaporated, leaving the oily part, so I don't have to worry about that. When I say I actually watch out for the strength of my hair, I'm talking about the hairline, right? So after about 3 or 4 weeks into my hair starts to grow out from the root, leaving a little gap, right? I don't care for the gap when it's on my crown or the middle of the head, right? I care for it when it happens to my hairline. So at week 3 or 4, I will pull out the entire 2 inches of perimeter from here towards the back of my head, and I will do it over. So no more than about 1 to 2 rows. The back, you know, I can leave that, but the sides and the front, especially the sides, I pull those out and I do them over. And I don't do them tight. I do them really slack. Slack enough to where it doesn't hurt, and tight enough to where it looks neat. You see, if you leave the new growth longer than that, that is where you start to realize that your hair, every time you catch up your hair, you're gonna feel it tugging, and you don't want that, or you will lose your hairline. Or when it catches to week 8, you pull out the hair and you're wondering, oh my, where are these white bulbs coming from? That is hair that is shed from forceful pulling. You understand me? So as soon as it catches week 3 or 4, because I catch up my hair every day to work, as soon as it reaches week 3 or 4, I pull that hairline out and I'm doing it over because I don't want tension on the hairline. A lot of persons lose hair because they allow the front of the hair to be too loose in terms of the root, too loose, and it's wonky all over the place. You understand me? So I pull it out, braid it a little closer to the root rather than leaving a gap to do this and go all over the place. You understand me? So that is what I do. And typically, right before I do over my hairline too, that is the time I wash my hair. So I wash my hair at the 3-week mark, let it dry, and between week 3 to 4 that week, I take my little time and pull out the hairline. Anyhow, I don't wash my hair with the braids in it, I will have problems when it catches down for the time for it to pull out. When the 3 months has passed, I will have problems with lint balls. And the lint balls that happen in my hair are a serious case. So I try my best. Even if I don't wash it the 3 times in the 3 months, I try to wash it at least 2 times. You understand me? So that I don't end up with lint balls and my hair around the front here is not dry and breaking off. So that's the first thing I make sure I do. So after I've moisturized and I've maintained my hairline every 3 to 4 weeks in terms of doing them over, I make sure that when I am preparing to pull out my hair, it has a little bit of moisture in there. Let's say I'm planning to pull it out Saturday night. The last moisturizing day might have been Sunday of that same week. I don't mind that because when I have in braids, the moisture traps inside the weave. Also, when I'm preparing to pull out my hair, I make sure I have a movie in front of me or I'm talking to somebody because, you know, visitors are always at my house around Saturday night, somewhere there. Or I'm talking to somebody or I'm talking to my family or something, right? and I love when more people are in my house when I'm going to pull out my hair, because that means I'm going to get help. Boys, girls, aunties, grandmas, everybody, they're coming to help me pull out my hair. You know, that is what your family is about. You help me pull out my hair, and me help you pull out your hair. That is what you were born for, to help. We are to help each other pull out our hair. After I pull out the hair, you know, you pull out from end to top, and you avoid scissors if it's braided just over the length of your hair. You know, if my hair was braided to like waist length, I could cut it to where I know my hair stopped and unravel. Now, after I have loosened the fake hair or the braiding hair out of my real hair, I do not comb and I do not brush, nor do I wash my hair that same day. It might take me a week or 2 weeks to get to that part. Let me repeat it. I do not detangle my hair the same time when I pull it out. That is madness. I stopped doing that about 7 years ago. I stopped doing it. First of all, it will drive you crazy, right? It will drive you crazy. So the same time when you pull out the hair after it has been done so small, when you pull out the hair, do not comb it out the same time. Give yourself a week to detangle. Let me give you an example. It is right here. I pulled out my hair 5 days ago, and it has not been combed, and it has not been brushed, and it has not been washed, and I'm not in a hurry to do so either. I have to be into a great mood to go comb out this hair and to go wash it the same time. I do not do that. I just keep it moisturized and I leave it freely like this, or I catch my hair up in one like so, and you can see the ends have a little curly style to it, and expose the ends. I not have time for that. Same time I pull out my hair, I not comb it out, and I not wash it because I too much work that. It is already going to take me almost 2 hours to pull out my hair. I am not dedicating a wash day after I just sat down and had my hand like this. That is why a lot of people get frustrated when they are detangling their hair after a long protective style, because you do not have to do it the same day when you pull it out. Repeat after me. I do not have to wash or detangle my hair the same day after I take it down. That is the #1 secret to having braids for a long time, and the best encouragement to do it again.